Hello and welcome back to our channel. In this tutorial we will be learning about while loop and do while loop. I highly encourage you guys to watch the previous tutorial so we can proceed and understand very well in this tutorial. In the previous tutorial we talked about for loop, and today we'll be talking about while loop. For sure you're now wondering what's the difference between while loop and for loop. In while loop we put a condition where we don't know when to stop. For example, in for loop in the previous tutorial we took an example about bank statement, and we keep incrementing the bank account for 30 days, and here we know when we have to stop looping. After we exceed the 30 days we stop looping, but in some cases we don't know when to stop. For example, we take we need to know the least common divisor for a number. In this case, we don't know when we have to stop. Let's explain this more deeply in Eclipse. Let's define an integer number equal 2239. This number we want to know its least common divisor. Let's define another integer LCD, which is the least common divisor 2. And now I'm going to type the syntax for while loop. While 2 bracket, and inside here we put the condition. We need the condition which is to stop when we find the least common divisor of the number. So while number mod 2 don't equal 0. This condition means when don't equal is not divisible by the least common divisor number. Okay, this condition means as long as this number is not divisible by LCD, we keep entering the while loop. Then LCD, we increment the least common divisor by 1. So let's check it again. Here number, this is this symbol referred to mod LCD. Okay, for sure we all know when the mod don't equal to 0, which means that this LCD is not divising the number, which means the remainder it's not 0. So we print the LCD. Let's check the least common divisor for number 2249. It is 13. So what's actually happening here? The LCD is 2. LCD number, the mod of 2249 when it's divided by 2 is not equal to 0, then we enter the while loop. We keep entering until this condition is not satisfied. So at this case we exit the while loop and we find the least common divisor. Okay, now we're going to move to do while loop. The do while loop, it executes a statement first, then it checks for the condition. This is a good example when you want to execute something one times before entering the condition. Let's take an example. Let's define a number x equal to 1, do while x less than 10 . Okay, here integer x equal 1. We're gonna execute this statement, then we're gonna check for the condition. Let's print x, for example, then we increment x by 1. So what actually doing here, before we check for the condition, only for the first time, we print this statement, we increment x by 1, then we check for the condition. If the condition is satisfied, then we go loop again inside the do while loop. We keep doing that until the condition is break when x is no longer smaller than 10. Let's try the output, and here it is. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial, and hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys.